Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the show. I am your host, the lightest of lightest, the true man to be this bright, the light of the light source in the world. Oh, fuck. President LightSkin in the building, ladies and gentlemen. This is Problematic LightSkin episode 30, 30. Yeah, we in this bitch, baby. Yeah. I know it's been a while. Ugh. It's been a while. I do apologize. It's only been a week. Nigga. Y'all be all right. It ain't really been shit to talk about. Like, it's kind of like you gotta like scratch at the bare surface and shit. But yeah. So this is episode 30. I do have an update on the show. Going forward, all shows will just be a video. Will be a video pod. So when I upload it to the audio, I mean, you should be able to like listen and watch the video. I know on Spotify you can switch between the two, but just going forward, it will always just be a video pod. And in case there's some issues that I might run into, I do have a backup recording of the audio. So I'm just gonna start. It's just whatever the video is on YouTube, you'll see it across all platforms. So we're just gonna focus on that. So you have this, so you don't have to like switch between different platforms. You can, hey, if I just want to watch on Spotify, then you can watch on Spotify. You can not only watch and listen, but ideally. So yeah, so that just going forward, that's just what we're gonna do. I was doing that at first, but I was having complications with it. But now I've kind of like figured it out. OBS, I use Streamlabs, but on Mac is a little harder. Like, I don't know, I just find like things just don't work like they should, like normally on PC. But yeah, so yeah, that is it. So let's get into it. A couple things I want to talk about that wasn't on the show originally, but I do want to get out the way. Ye is back touring in America. Thank God. I was like, I saw him in fucking Mexico. I was like, God damn, I didn't have a passport. Can't go. I mean, yeah, I probably could sneak in. As much as you could sneak into America, I'm sure I can sneak into Mexico. But yeah, so Ye is back in America. Like, his first show is in April. He had a show April 3rd. Was set for a Friday. It's sold out. That they opened a show for April 1st, and that is a Wednesday. So that's the one I'm going to. So you won't see me there. You'll see me, but you won't see me. I'm excited. Like, look, there were a couple people. There were only two people in the world that I ever wanted to see live. It's Michael Jackson and Kanye, and maybe Prince. It depends on how I feel. But Kanye has been like, a lot of people grew up with like artists that they love and that they remember, and like for me, that artist was always Kanye. I grew up listening to Kanye. I remember like every time I had a job interview, bro, I'd always play like some Kanye to like just power me through, give me the confidence I need to go into a meeting and secure the job. Right, never failed. Right, well, a couple of times, but like they were just weird. And it was like, all right, whatever. So to finally get to see Kanye, I remember the last time he was on tour was Pablo, The Life of Pablo, and I missed it because I was just a broke dude. I had some money, but I didn't have a lot of money. Right, I didn't have like Kanye money, and especially the way motherfuckers was reselling them tickets. Like, bro, they was reselling them hoes for like 800. It was crazy. That's what they did here too for LA. Over here reselling tickets, and then they fucking open up another show, and now you look fucking stupid. Like, bro, like niggas is over there selling that shit for 800. I thought we got rid of that shit on Ticketmaster, bro. Do I have to like bring this shit up again? But so yeah, and I remember they did that for the weekend, bro. The weekend dropped. All people were doing was reselling tickets. All people were doing reselling tickets for the weekend, and then like, did y'all not forget that he was doing another show? He dropped another show, and then like all the tickets were regular price, and so same for Kanye. Like, I got a ticket for like 300. Like, I was like, shit. And it sounded like, I think it's on the second floor. Yeah, it's on the second floor, like in the 8th row somewhere. Which I was like, I prefer to be on the second row. I feel like you can see everything. It's so big and vast. The only reason I don't like the nosebleeds is because like I just feel like I'm about to fall and die. Like, that's the only reason. But like, I always felt like when you go to a show or any venue, like I always felt like the balcony seat was like the most important seats. You know, like when you went to like a theater show, or like when you see them like in the movies, you always see the important person sitting on the second row looking down. They never see them in the audience, like on floor level. And that's how I always felt like when I watch a show. Like I feel like you can see everything on the second level. So I prefer the second level than anything else. Now and but the way Kanye's stadium, his tours are set up, it's pretty open. Like it's pretty open and vast. I was gonna get floor tickets, but I was like, I don't know how that's gonna be. Like he can probably be half on the other side, and then he gonna come over. I was like, I just want to be able to see everything. I just want to be in the atmosphere. When I saw Kendrick, I had the second floor seats. But so yeah, I'm gonna be out in LA. It'll be my first time doing being out there in LA. You know what? And while I'm out there, I might as well do it. We'll do an episode out there in LA. So I'm pretty excited. So we'll have a problematic light skin podcast episode shot in LA. I do want to eat some food while I'm out there. So I'm pretty excited. So I can't wait to go see Kanye. I don't, so look, I'm not too like I don't know too much about LA, but like what I do know is like culture, and that's really what I want to be around too. Like, man, I just want to feel that LA culture. So I'm pretty excited. But I don't know if I want to like get a car when I go out there, but I think I might just Uber everywhere. Like, fuck it, like just so I can save money because spend them gas prices pretty getting crazy. Like, I'm like, hey, look, we just got the Uber, bro. So yeah, Kanye is back on tour. I'm excited. He's in LA for 2 days. Um, so yeah, also like, yo, if y'all know any like good LA spots I need to go see, like I mean, like not see, but like any food spots in LA I need to try, yo, let me know so I can go ahead and get my list going. So when I go see Kanye, because I think I'm only gonna be out there for like a couple days. I think I'm flying out there. I'll be out there Tuesday. The show is Wednesday, and I think I leave Thursday. I might extend it. It just depends. It depends on how I feel. I saw there was a Clippers game and shit, so I don't know. I might just kind of just hang out in LA for the weekend. So yeah, and yeah, so yeah, Ye is on tour. I'm excited for that. Speaking of, so not speaking of, but yeah, sold out by the way. Like that was really crazy to see. Like I'm happy to see that. Lets like people like it lets the industry know like, hey, that nigga still got a lot of weight in this game. Um, so yeah, so this past week, a couple things kind of came out. I don't want to do like a full review, but I kind of just want to give a brief talk about it. So a couple of shows and movies came out. Let's talk about this one movie. So War Machine on Netflix came out, starring I can't remember his name. He plays Jack Reacher. Damn, I can't remember his name. That sucks. Well, anyways, yeah, War Machine came out on Netflix. Man, I don't know where this fucking movie came from, but this was like a fantastic idea. This was like if Predator and like a Decepticon had a baby. This is what this movie was. It was really awesome to watch. It was like in the first 30 minutes, you kind of get this whole shebang, like him is like kind of like a um like you get to see him, get some early character development, see him working through, trying to fight through and get to the finish line of being a ranger in the U.S. Army, right? Army? I don't know. I don't know how the ranks work, but but yeah, this was a very fantastic movie. It was just like I mean, I knew like he was the main character wasn't gonna die. I couldn't imagine them letting him die, but I was just like, man, this movie's really good. It's intense. It was like I really just didn't understand like why everybody wasn't dead. Everybody around him just kept dying. And then like his fellow soldier, there's a black guy that's like injured through the whole movie. I'm like, how the fuck did he survive? I'm like, it was so wild. Like you killed every. Oh, I hate to spoil it. I hate this fucking spoil the movie. But I mean, like, it was really cool. So I would love to see like a War Machine 2. That movie was just really intense, man. Like it was intense. It was cool. It was a lot. And then, yet again, I don't understand like how this motherfucker survived, but he did. So it is what it is. And I feel like I spoiled it, but I mean, it's like it. You know, you'll be alright. Like, I just like what it sets up in the future. So clearly, there's gonna be a two. Like, it sets that up big time. Alan Richardson, that's his name. Alan Richardson, the main protagonist in the War Machine movie, um, just did a really fantastic job. It was really cool to see, especially for because we saw him. I've seen him in Reacher. He's played a fantastic character, so it's good to see him do more acting because, like in Reacher, he's not really acting so much. Um, but here, like he kind of gets to be like he doesn't really do too much acting, but he's more physical and all that. And so I thought it was pretty cool. Also out on Netflix, One Piece season 2. So okay, so as somebody, so I've been watching the One Piece series. Like I think I'm at Water 7. I think that's the arc that I'm at now. I had to skip the Sky P act. I look to me, honestly, it's probably the worst act so far. Well, there's some other ones, but to me, I didn't like Skypiea because like it kind of gets away from everything. It's like it's almost like like anime movies come out and like they're not canon to the story, but they are. Like that's what I felt like Skypiea was. Sky Island. Like it was separate from everyone. It wasn't connected because like what I think was cool about One Piece is like the living world that it is. Like, so when they disappeared, like there were really no, like, oh, everyone probably just thought they were sailing at sea. There's no like, oh, they discovered this city and shit like that. There was really no, I mean, yeah, you do find out some idea about, devil fruit and stuff like that, but I don't know. Like, so right now I feel, I think I'm like, I would at least, so I think if they do another season of One Piece, I think it's going to be the Alabasta. And, I think that's a fantastic arc. I'm sure the whole season will just be Alabasta. But yeah, so One Piece season 2. One Piece season 2 is like it's like One Piece live action is such a weird show to like grasp your head around. I mean, there's a man with a long beard, and his head is in the shape of a clothes hanger. Uh, there's a man with like this white haired swirly wig, and it shoots machines guns. There's a squirrel riding like some type of bird like creature that's a killer assassin. There's a lot to just wrap your head around this show. And one thing I'll say about One Piece, like they do it great. Like I think when you watch it, you expect paid. Like, oh well, if the show did the manga, then the live action should do the TV show, like just verbatim or like whatever the manga is. But I think that's the thing about TV shows is like you can't just like rip from like like the anime and the manga. Like you kind of like have to have uh your own creative freedoms because like TV shows have to like sell to an audience. Like if you ever made a TV show or if you were written for one, you have to sell. And like there was like cameos to characters that I didn't even think we would get in the second season or hints of other characters. But that's the thing about this. I think that's the thing about the anime that I that's one thing I like about the live action versus the anime is that like these characters exist in this world and like you should hear references about these characters. And I feel like in One Piece the show, you don't really get that a lot. Like you'll get them like if a character pops up like if a character connected to them like I don't know how to describe it. Okay, so in Water 7, they come across one of the high admirals, right? Nigga that can turn water, turn his body into ice or whatever. And then like there you start to hear about the admirals, the high admirals, like the three of them that there are. But it's because you come across this character. They don't like we never heard about them or mentioned them before, in the anime that I'm aware of, at least. But only when someone shows up. But here you're hearing references to other characters. You see other characters, and I think that's what a live action TV show does better than an anime. Because they really you have to for a show for animes they give you all these episodes and all this shit, but it's if really it's just filler. But I don't understand how a TV show in an hour does more than an actual anime episode, like or at least 20 episodes. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, I really love the live action. The only issue that I have with the live action is the power. um like Luffy is very weak in this show, right? And that's my only issue because in the anime or even in the manga, Luffy is very strong. At this point in the anime, he's very strong. But if we were to take this Luffy that who he is right now and put him against Crocodile, oh, Crocodile gonna kill this man. I think Luffy dies in the, season 3 because this Luffy can't handle shit. He's struggling. Even Zoro, Zoro will not learn how to cut through steel in season 3. He's gonna struggle. That's the only thing I have a problem. That's the only problem that I have with the show is just the power ranking. It's this like bro, because Luffy in the anime in the manga at this point in the show where he faces Crocodile, still struggles, almost damn near dies. And it's but he was way stronger than this. And so you put this Luffy, bro, Crocodile gonna kill that man. Crocodile gonna kill that man. Cause you can't tell me that Luffy can beat him based upon what I've seen now. Hell, he barely struggled with Mr. 3. Damn. Anyways, but yeah, One Piece season 2, I liked it. I thought it was really good. It's like I said, it's really hard to wrap your head around, but once you do, once you just kind of accept it for what it is, you'll enjoy it. So I'm gonna give I wasn't planning on rating it, but One Piece season 2, I'm gonna give it a solid 4. I thought the characters were great. I thought Chopper looked fantastic, and even in his Hulk out form, I thought that looked great. Yeah, I thought the show overall was good. I do feel like it can be very corny sometimes because they try to mimic things in the that happen in the manga show where the characters are laughing. Shut the fuck up. Bro, just let's not overreact the laughing, bro. Let's just keep it real. But I think overall it's pretty good. I'm excited to see season 3 for One Piece. So yeah. And other news, let's just knock this out the way. The Green Lantern trailer. As a Red Lantern myself, the look, I've seen the discourse back and forth with this Green Lantern trailer. Well, Jon Stewart has been confirmed for Man of Tomorrow, so that's pretty awesome. So we know Jon Stewart survives the TV show. We just don't know about how. But I know a lot of people were complaining they didn't see any green them. Look, I'm sure they're still working on the CGI. I'm not gonna lie, because the flying it looked a little wonky. So I just think that right now they're just trying to work on shit. Trying to cover everything in fucking green would be insane. But I'm sure we'll get a more proper and better trailer later. Probably closer to when Supergirl comes out. I can't imagine us not getting another trailer. And probably seeing because I think this has to sell you on the idea, because the Green Lantern aspect all around is kind of hard to explain. The sense of there are space aliens. It's a lot. And I mean, yeah, you have the Green Lantern in Superman with Guy Gardner, but like you don't really get too much detail. You just think it's some like if you don't know the Green Lantern Corps, you just think it's some guy with a power ring, right? And he has an oath, like because they didn't really get into his backstory either about Oa and the Guardians, all that. You know, it's like it's a lot they don't really touch on with Green Lantern. You just think he just has this power, right? But not knowing that there's a bigger world of Green Lanterns out there. So this show has to sell you that. And I do know like there are other lanterns showing up in the show. I know Sinestro is confirmed for the show. I have heard that there Oa is supposed to be like, you know, so I I think just for a first trailer they just want to sell you like, hey, there's something here. There's you know, we want to sell you this the energy of this show. And just based off the trailer, I fucking loved it. Like if you ever watched the first season of True Detective, like it was so weird and crazy and it was just really good. And so like to get that vibe from here, I was like, yeah, I like that, but I still need to see more suits. I need to see them in the suits. I need to see them in the suit. Like if this show is like 8 episodes, I need them seeing this. I need to see people in Green Lantern suits at least 4 episodes, and I'll be good. Uh, because they know that they're Green Lanterns, so I don't understand. So I wouldn't understand like why they wouldn't wear their suit at all time. You know what I'm saying? So but overall, I like the trailer. I thought the trailer was really good. Look for a first trailer, we knew that it was supposed to be a True Detective story. Like, there's something happening that's connecting the entire world. James Gunn has already confirmed that. Like, I do. Like, I'm okay with what I'm getting. Right? If you didn't sell me that True Detective aspect to it at first, I think I would be like, "What the fuck is this?" It's like some CW shit. So hopefully, yet again, we see a little more green. We see suits being worn. Like I better not. Like I don't know. I don't know what to expect. But yeah. All right. So next up, Project Helix. Helix. Xbox has been Xbox trying to make a comeback. You know, I talked about them a couple months ago and how like I kind of just left the platform. Really, I just been playing on my PlayStation, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I've missed my Xbox. I played it the first time the other day, and I was just like, man, I just missed like the controller, like the button layout. Like I feel like when I play on PlayStation, like I'm really finding a hard time to remember the controls and shit. But just with Xbox, it just felt back normal, and just to see where Xbox is trying to go. Um, so at GDC, they kind of did some announcement. They established that Xbox is doing the next generation of hardware. We kind of got a release date. They said early 2027 would be for their dev kits. Well, they didn't even really call them dev kits. They just said the alpha version of Project Helix. So I know a lot of people are saying 2028, but I mean, we might be able to see this thing come out in 2027. Like I can't imagine like if it's supposed to run your PC games and your Xbox games, I wouldn't understand why this would be hard to like, like I figure they only need like 6 months to get a game, to get a game running on it. I'm sure it wouldn't even take that long as they know like what the codecs and shit that they're working with. I'm sure it shouldn't take that long. We might just see like I think that what they're saying is like they're alpha kits for this Project Helix, like of like the base of what it is, like where these developers can work around it. And then, like we should have the full product, I would say by end of 2027. Like, I don't see why not. Like go into full production, like probably around August, because it probably wouldn't come out till November anyway. So who knows? Or maybe they do 2028, but I don't know if you wait till 2028, you know? I don't know if 2028 is a good time for that to come out. I mean, GTA, what? It's going to come out maybe this year. So I don't know. We'll see. But I do got high hopes for Xbox. Look, they're getting away from everything as an Xbox, which ideally it does sound interesting, but it kind of takes away from the ideas. Like it does, like what makes Xbox unique? Like why do I want to have an Xbox? And I think what's important, like just what PlayStation has done recently, is exclusives. Bro, like knowing that you can get Forza on anywhere else besides an Xbox, like to me it doesn't make sense. You know, like why am I playing? Yeah, I mean, ideally I would want that. Okay, never mind. Let me take that back. Because I feel like with live service games makes sense. And that's what Sony's doing on their side. Live service games because you like if you have a multiplayer game, you want everyone playing it. Like that's ideally like you want the biggest source of people playing it. But then it's like, okay, when you drop a Halo, do you put it on PlayStation? You know, like because I mean, yeah, Xbox and PC and but I mean, you want that source from PlayStation as well. Like that's a good source of that's at least a 10 to 20,000 people playing. So you don't want to just like cut people off, but you do want people to go play your game. So I mean, ideally, but like Fable's coming out, and that's supposed to be multi-plat. And I think if anything, Xbox need to pull that. Like, just put it on Xbox and put it on PC. Call it a day. But yeah, so Microsoft is trying to make a comeback. Look, I think they need some time. I think they need to like get people's attention back on Xbox. Make people believe that Xbox is a platform where you want to play at. I love being an Xbox fanboy. I'm always gonna ride hard for Xbox, but I'm also gonna criticize them too if they're not doing their shit right. So with this new leader that we got taking over for Xbox, I'm excited to see what we got. Um, I don't know. I do know like Halo CE is supposed to come out later this year. Fable, this whole new Gears of War is supposed to be coming out next. I think next year, this year. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Xbox, but I hope we get back on track. We figure this shit out, establish a better understanding of the Xbox platform and why it's important to play, and then we gotta get back on with this Game Pass shit. This $30 for Game Pass is ridiculous. Like the ultimate tier, at least. Um, I don't know. So I look. I have hopes for Project Helix, and Xbox. You know, call it the Xbox 720, and I'm locked in. Like, okay, say less. I remember I remember when the 360 came out, and I remember I think it was like maybe like into we started hearing about. But not even hear about next generation consoles after that. It was like even during like everyone was like Xbox 720, Xbox 720. I remember that was like the biggest hype. That was the biggest hype Xbox ever had. Like everyone was waiting for that 720. Then we got Xbox One. Like what the fuck? Anyways, so yeah, shout out to Xbox. Hopefully, team can make a comeback. I feel like I'm a part of the team. I do have money into the Microsoft stock, so I do feel like I'm a part of the team. um, so let's talk Battle of the Burgers. Battle of the Burgers. All these CEOs coming out eating their burger, trying to explain to you why their burger is good and why you should eat it. No, there's two motherfuckers I want to see eat their food. It's the CEO, which I found out is black, by the way. Which that's another topic. I'm starting to understand why we're getting a lot of this fried food at Taco Bell. I'm like, it's a nigga back there, bro. that makes so much sense now. I was like, man, we getting fried chicken wings, we getting chicken nuggets, chicken tacos. They're like, damn, it's a black man running this company. It gotta be. It's like shit. But yeah, it's the two people I want to see. The two CEOs I want to see eat they shit is the Arby's president. I'm calling out the Arby's president. I want to see you eat a beef and cheddar classic. That delicious sandwich. All right. I'm a proud customer of Arby's. I'm proud to say that shit. All right. I will fuck anybody up. And I want to see the CEO of Taco Bell eat a beef burrito supreme. Or at least eat a crunch wrap. Eat a crunch wrap, something like that. But we're seeing everybody. Like I'm seeing people like the CEO of Smash Burger, well, Burger King. What about Whataburger? Like, what is Whataburger CEO at? Like, what he doing? Like, is he over there bullshitting? I need you to see to eat a patty melt, bitch. What I've noticed, like, all these burger CEOs, they all white. It's like, damn. Like, there's a lot of white CEOs that just have own burger company. I don't want to like just point that out. I just thought it was very interesting. It's like, huh, okay, very interesting to know. A&W CEO came out and ate a burger. Like, what the fuck are we doing? But look, I've had both the burgers. All right, I had the Big Arch. I found out if you eat the Big Arch in an arch, You could digest it a lot faster. Um, I had the new Whopper, though. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm really shouldn't be telling you all this, but I've been buying. I think I bought the Whopper I think I bought the Whopper like 3 times in a week. Well, within a week, like because when I heard that they made the new Whopper, I was like, all right, let me try it, and I was like, man, this is real. I like a Whopper regardless, you know. Um, but when I heard they did the new change on it, they changed the mayo, they changed the bread, they put it in the box. I was like, hey, this is good. And then like that next week, I think I ate it again. I was like, man, this is really good. And then like I was like on Wednesday, I was like on a Uber Eats, and there was a buy one get one Whopper. I was like, yeah, duh. I was like, God, I started looking at myself like, what the fuck? Now I literally that same night I was working out. I was like, I can't keep doing this. But they were really good. Like, I mean, I think again, I love a Whopper by off the rip. So but yeah, those are the two burgers. Well, it's not really a burger joint, but I need to see all these CEOs eat they food. Like, I need to see you eat that shit, and I don't know if you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see like the Chick-fil-A. I want to see him do like a Chick-fil-A hack. I want to see the Chick-fil-A CEO do like a Chick-fil-A hack. Or you know what? I want to see him condone a Chick-fil-A hack. We don't condone this shit. So yeah, I want to see the Whataburger CEO. I want to see the Chick-fil-A CEO. I want to see the Taco Bell CEO, which is surprising. I'm surprised he didn't do it while he was there. Maybe he did and no one made a video about it. And I want to see him like drink a Baja Blast. You know, I want to see him eat a Mexican pizza and drink a Baja Blast, not zero sugar. And then give me the Arby's CEO too. I need to see him eat the fuck out that goddamn beef and cheddar classic. But yeah, so you know what would be crazy? If we got the Jack in the Box CEO, but he's like wearing Jack's head, and then he takes it off. It's like, hey, I'm the CEO of Jack in the Box. And he eats a jumbo Jack, bitch. That'd be great. That'd be fucking great, dude. All right. So next up, let's talk. I was gonna go over all these trades that have been going on, but I really want to talk about the Max Crosby one. I thought that was fucking insane, bro. So originally I was supposed to shoot this video on a Sunday when everything broke, and I was like, all right, cool, because there were some other picks I wanted to talk about, like the Seahawks giving up their running back. Where he go? Kansas City. Like, why would you do that? Like, you just gonna let Kansas City win like that? Like Walker, I can't even think it's Walker the third. Which he was like the backup running back for the Seahawks anyway. So and that weird shit at the parade where he was like, "Oh, he was trying to negotiate with me just 30 seconds ago." I was like, "The fuck? Why would you say that?" Anyways, but yeah, the Max Crosby trade is kind of crazy. Like, I knew I knew that Max Crosby was getting traded, and I thought maybe Dallas would get him. But I mean, I know knowing Dallas, they're not gonna give up anything good. Like, and plus, like Max was coming off an injury too, so I was really surprised that anybody would really be trading for him this year. And so when he got traded to the Ravens, first of all, I was like, oh shit. Like, that's my Steelers like getting fucked because Max Crosby gonna fuck Aaron Rodgers up. Well, at the time, as of right now, I don't think Aaron is coming back as QB1, but I don't know who. He's just a prima donna over there. But yeah, so Max Crosby. So not only he was traded to the Ravens, and they traded him for 2 first-round picks, I think of 2026 and 2027. I think some other stuff too. But then the trade fell through. From everyone's keep saying that it was a failed physical. I don't know if they're trying to say was it drug related or what, but it was very interesting to see. But it looks like Max Crosby is staying with the Las Vegas Raiders, excuse me. I think that's good. You know, he loved the Raiders. Less that we got to see this nigga on the road now, so even better. But yeah, what a weird week for trades. I think this was it's really kind of like the biggest one, like the biggest news of the week on when it comes to trade. So shout out to Max Crosby. You know, get that money, man. Um, so Bam Adebayo scored. I think it was 81, 83 points. 83 points against the Washington Wizards. He scored 83 points against the Washington Wizards. Okay, so the reason I want to talk about this, and I think it's very important to say, what NBA basketball is right now is a shit product. The fact that Bam is the only person to score 83 points, I don't care what you say about him trying to get free throws, getting fouled out or whatever. I don't care about none of that. The fact that he has been the only person since Kobe to score 83 points is surprising. The way the league plays now with no defense, it's like you can't play any defense. All niggas want to do is shoot threes. How the fuck is everyone not scoring like 83 to 100 points? Are y'all not scoring 80 points because Kobe scored 81 points? First of all, when Kobe did that, Kobe scored 81 points on a comeback. Like the team was down and he came back and scored 80 some points. I think it was like almost his last I think it was his last game too. But the fact that Bam scored 83 points, it shouldn't be shocking to you. There are a lot of teams in the NBA that are fucking trash. And the Wizards is one of them to show. But the fact that someone's just now doing 83 points, I mean, maybe you niggas need to start putting in more work. Every day you look at it, they want to sit somebody. Nigga, what is the point of getting paid all this money? Bro, you should be going ham every night. Bro, even if your team is not going to the playoffs, bro, you still building your player score, bro. Your player icon record. These niggas do not play the game of basketball anymore. And that's why when everyone says LeBron is better than Michael, I'm like, bro, they played in two different leagues. They were playing in two different leagues. You can't tell me that LeBron is better than Michael. Because the shit Michael had to go. Bro, Michael was fucking fighting motherfuckers at the fucking just to get a score in, bro. The defense was crazy back then. Niggas was trying to kill you. Niggas was trying to kill you on the court. Bro, I want to explain the difference, right? The NBA back when Jordan was playing was like NASCAR, right? High intense action, just vroom, vroom. Or F1, whatever, fast driving. Oh, let's put it like this. The NBA when Jordan was playing is like a diabetic eating a fucking donut. He taking a chance. He taking a risk. He putting everything on the line for this motherfucking donut because it could potentially kill him or have him cut off one of his legs. That is how intense the NBA was back then. All right, that's how intense it was. It was cutthroat. All right, niggas was not surviving. The NBA now is how woke our media is. Everything's all soft and nice, and everyone has an opportunity to be whatever they want to be. You can be whatever gender you want to be. You can be whatever animatic object you want to be. Life is nice and easy. That's what the NBA is now. It's you can't be rough with a nigga. You can't. Someone's going up to you. You gotta step away. There's that picture of Cat. Frolicking away as someone's going up to the rim. You're yeah, can't touch nobody because then I'll get fouled out. Jesus. And the fact that the NBA, look, bro, I don't think people ever just realize. I guess I watch a lot of football, so I notice things. But the NBA has crazy amount of timeouts for a game that has 4 quarters. Okay, college has 2. which is technically 4, but the way I don't know, college is so weird with that. They need to get away from that shit. But that would make sense in college because like you have like these long periods of playtime, right? But you should not have an infinity amount of fucking timeouts. I be looking like, God damn, and they be calling a timeout like within the last 5 seconds. Nigga, if you don't let this game go, yes, I've seen games change dramatically within the last 5 seconds. Yes, I have, but it's just why do you even have this many time? Like it would be like if you were to like be more cautious with your timeouts, it would kind of like make you play a little bit different. So I don't know what the way the NBA is now. It's just it's really I can't even call it gay because gay people are more tougher than that. It's just very like soft, bro. It's WSAFT soft. Yeah, it's unfortunate. But yeah, shout out to Bam, scored 83 points. I don't give a fuck how he got it. He got it. 83 points? Shit. Most niggas probably don't get 83 points in a whole season. Hell, fucking Bronny James ain't got 83 points in probably 2 seasons. Shit, I don't know. Like that's the wrong sound. No. Yeah, Bronny James' entire career. Waste of time. All right. Look, so that's pretty much it for the show. I got one review, but other than that, I'm like looking at my notes, making sure I went through everything. But yeah, so that's pretty much we're almost done. To finish it off, I did want to do a review of shit. I know if my phone fucking die. I did want to do a review of Brent Faiyaz Icon album. I'm so behind. I should have done this a long time ago. So sorry, guys. All right. All right, so let's do it real quick. Oh, let me swap this. This is a review for Brent Faiyaz Icon. Let's get into it. All right, so let's talk about Icon. I will say, not my favorite Brent album. It honestly disappoints because I know what Brent is capable of. Like, from even his last 2 previous projects that he dropped, like here, Icon just really felt like I don't even want to say it was an album, really more like an EP. That's what it felt like to me. Because if you were to take away, because there's really only, there's only 10 songs on the main album, not including the deluxe, right? But if you take away the first song on the album, we're gonna look at it. Let me see if I can find it. If you take away the first song off the album, there's only like 9 songs on there where he's actually performing, right? White Noise. White Noise is the first song on the album. So there's really nothing. It's just music being played. So there's really only just 9 songs on this album. And out of the 9 songs on there, there's none of them like there's a couple that I even like. I think Wrong Faces. Wrong Faces. Make sure I'm reading that right. Wrong Faces and Butterflies. Those are the only 2 songs out of 9 songs from this album. These are the only 2 that I like. That's crazy. Hell, he should have added the ASAP one on there. I expect more from Brent. Look, if you like the album, you like the album, but you can't tell me this is like his best album. And for Brent being in I think this is his 4th studio album, 3rd. Like this is not what we should be getting from Brent because there really was it really was no main change to it. I mean, you get some classic vibes of that Brent, his Brent fingerprint on here, from the low 808s and those when I hear those snaps come in, and then that low mellow beat. Like, yeah, it's like, oh man, it's that Brent vibe, but it's just like, man, like for the 9 songs that are on here, I'm not impressed. Like, and it should be more. And but then we get the director's cut of the album, which gives us the other 2 songs that probably should have just been on the album altogether. I think it's Vanilla Sky, no, Full Moon and One for You. So, mind you, these songs had already came out, which I thought they were already going to be on the album, but they weren't. And then he ended up adding them extra as a director's cut, which now gives that technically 11 songs because we're not going to count the first one. It's a nice melody, but yet again, I don't count that as a song. Like, you did not sing or perform on this, I'm not counting that as a song. So even with the director's cut, okay, maybe I add one more song that I like, but other than that, I could be done with this album. Which is unfortunate to say because I expect more from Brent. And especially he's like his last album was kind of hit and miss too. Like had a couple drops on there. Like Where You At was kind of like that one song I was always playing, and then that one song with Coco Jones that was really good too. But yet again, like I just felt like man, I feel like Brent is kind of when somebody like because Brent is at a stage where it's like he's independent, but he isn't like extremely famous. So usually you get this energy when someone's like extremely famous. They're not giving us this. Uh, they're not producing a product that's even worthy of listening to. But Brent is just like giving us something that's just like, here you go. I just needed y'all to have something, be entertained or whatever, which is fine. But at least drop some bangers on there, you know. Um, so I'm a little disappointed when I listen to the album. Do I like it? I think it's fine. I think it's okay. I think it's good for a Brent album. Like I said, there's more songs you can add into a collection of Brent music now. Like there's those like YouTube videos where they play like 2 hours of Brent songs. Like, well, here you go. Here's a couple more. Here's an album if you want to use it. But I do feel like the core of Brent just really wasn't there in this album. And unfortunately for me, I'm going to give this Brent album a 3 out of 5. It's a solid 3 out of 5. Like I said, like there are still songs on here. It's like I said, it's an okay album, but as a fan, and I don't really know how much weight my words can bring to somebody, but it's like I guess like I expect it to be a certain level. Like you expect quality from me, like you. So that's how I would expect, my favorite artist. The reason I listen to you because you bring a great quality, bring a great sound. Like I said, the 2 songs that I name on here are very good and are great, but it's just like I'm not. I don't know if like this is Brent growing or just staying stagnant. You know what I'm saying? So Brent Faiyaz Icon is a 3 out of 5. It's something that definitely should have had more songs on. Maybe we skip the director's cut next time and just add those songs that you made anyways onto the album. Uh, and I'm not saying that the songs were bad. They just are not my expectation for Brent. I expect because he's a really great artist, and I want to hear from him, and so I expect this, not this. You see that? Okay, right here. I expect this, not this. So Brent Faiyaz Icon is a 3 out of 5. It's a no go for me. It's a miss. Like I said, I'll take the 2 songs that I like, and I'm good about my way. All right, that is it for the episode. It's probably a little bit longer. That we kind of had to get a little extra shit out the way first. But yeah, that is it for Problematic LightSkin. I'm your host, President LightSkin. That is episode 30. I appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure y'all like, subs, comment, listen, whatever. Much love to y'all, and good night.